Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike with Alpha Reptile back with another video today, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing something from the houseplant community. Today we're going to be doing the Never Have I Ever Plant Edition. Now this is something that maybe I should look into making a reptile edition. I'm not sure, maybe, we'll see. If you guys are new to my channel or you're from the houseplant community, I do a lot of different things on here. I focus mainly on reptiles and amphibians, but with that, I try and keep live plants in almost every single one of my enclosures, so I have a lot of really cool common houseplants. Just behind me here, you see I have a big Philodendron subhastatum variegata. Holy man, that's a mouthful to say. But if you guys are new here, consider subscribing. I post videos twice a week, Tuesday and Friday. While you're down there, clicking that subscribe button. If you feel like dropping a like, please do so. And click the show more tab to reveal the links to my merch and all my social media. So yes, today we are doing the Never Have I Ever Plant Tag Edition. I'm sure you guys are all aware of the Never Have I Ever game where, like, as a kid, you never have I ever done this, and then you figure out who's kissed who and all that weird crap. But today we're going to be talking about the plant tag. Now this was started from a girl with a garden, I think is her name, and I was actually tagged by my friend Zoe Walker. I'll leave a link on one of these corners for you guys to go check out. Please go subscribe to her channel. She's a brand new YouTuber. She will be making mostly houseplant content, so if you're interested in different care of houseplants and keeping houseplants around your home, that's what she's going to be focusing on. But she's brand new. I'll leave a link up there for you guys to check her out. And she's a really good friend of mine, so please go do that. Send a little Alpha Reptile love her way. We're going to be drinking an alcoholic beverage. This here is orange vanilla rum and coke. So it's a Monday. Why not? I encourage you guys to all drink along or do whatever you want along. If you want to, I don't know, eat an Oreo every time or drink some water or whatever, just answer it yourself. So for those of you guys that are watching from the reptile community and also like plants, I mean, I'm talking Dion, Bree, if you really want to, you could make a video, you know, just saying. Who else could I tag? Serpa Design, Troy Goldberg, I think would be cool. If you guys are into houseplants at all, I encourage you to also partake in this and just have some fun with it. Grab a beer, grab a drink, grab whatever the heck you want, and let's go. So as I pulled up the questions there, I actually haven't read the questions myself. Obviously, I've watched a couple of these videos, so I have a general idea of what's happening, but I haven't actually read the questions. So yeah, there's 20 questions. So question 1 is, never have I ever killed a cactus? To be honest, I don't think I have. I don't keep many cacti at all. If we're just going succulents, then yes, for sure. But I don't think I've actually killed any cactuses. In fact, the only cactus I think we really grow right now is a prickly pear for my tortoise down there. I actually bought it at a local supermarket and rooted it, and it's now growing into like a decent sized cactus, so it's pretty cool. But that's the only real cactus that we have, I'm pretty sure, because we have cats, so it wouldn't end well if, you know, cats plus cacti. Not a good idea. Number 2 is, never have I ever took a plant cutting off the ground of a plant nursery. That I'm very guilty for. I have done it a couple times. I wouldn't say like several, but I can think of a time Bree and I went to a garden center. We took a little, actually another prickly pear cactus cutting, or it just broke off the cactus and was lying on the ground. And I was like, well, babe, you can grow this. Do it. So we grabbed that. I've been with a couple people that also take like little succulent bracts, leaves, whatever you want to call them, that like have fallen off onto the ground. They just take them and try and root them and make a new succulent out of them. Myself, I think the only plant that I'm guilty of taking off the ground was some Peperomia prostrata and maybe some Ficus pumila. Obviously, I'm going to be focusing mostly on terrarium plants because that's what I grow mostly. Those are the two that I remember taking. I don't think I've taken anything else, though. I'm too much of a goody two-shoes. Beyond that, I've never taken anything, so I'm good. I'm a good person, at least sometimes. Anyways, number 3, never have I ever spent more than $100 on one plant. I personally haven't, but I know my mom has whilst I was there. We have a giant bird of paradise, and We got it when it was probably half the size that it is now. And that one, I think, was like 140. Myself, I have never. I have come close to it, and I've made huge orders that are well over $100. One single plant I have never spent $100 on. The closest one was probably the subhostatum behind me. I think that was like 60. Well, that's not the closest, but that's one of those plants that was up there in price. And then the closest I've ever come, I believe, was my Ace of Spades or my Anthurium forgetii, which was, they were both 80. So I don't think I've broken the 100 or like even the 90 mark. Oh, I'm cheap. I like to find nice plants for a good price. Next up, number 4 is never have I ever bought a plant just because it was trending on Instagram. I definitely have never bought a plant because it was trending on Instagram. I don't follow a whole heck of a lot of like Instagram plant people. I'm more of reptiles, obviously. So no, I don't think I have, because I just don't really care. I mean, I've looked into people like on the PlantTube community here, and I'll watch their stuff, and there's cool plants I see on there, and I'll go look for it because I'm like, ooh, that would do great in a vivarium or whatever. But I don't think I've ever been like, wow, that's a cool plant and it's trending on Instagram. Yoink. Also, a lot of the stuff that trends on Instagram is semi hard to find in Canada, or very hard to find in Canada. So anyways, no, I don't think I have. Man, I thought I was gonna drink more during this. Never have I ever met a plant tuber. Well, I've met Zoe, so no excuse to drink. It's fine. But no, other than that, I've never met any like plant tubers, but I have met some pretty big YouTubers in general. I've met like my friends Dion, my girlfriend Bree. I've met Brian Barczyk, who has like 2-point-some million subscribers. The King of DIY, I regretfully have met. There's a lot of like pet tubers that I've met, but never any plant tubers, so maybe we'll change that next time I go to the States or something. Number 6, never have I ever neglected a plant and purposely let it die a slow death. Oh, I've definitely done that. My umbrella plant got a ton of scale pests on them, and I was actually leaving for a month, so I came back and it was A, even worse, and B, I just took it out to the compost bin, you know. It was sayonara, my friend. I did also have another pothos in my room that I very neglected, lived a slow death. It wasn't really intentional, it was just like off in the corner of my room, and I just never watered it, so I guess that's neglect. So this is number 7. Never have I ever purchased a plant and then later regretted buying it. What plant was it? I don't think I've ever like bought a plant and be like, man, I really wish I didn't buy that plant. You know, I feel like that's a that's a rare happenstance, because I always find some use for my plants. If not, my mom loves houseplants too, so she grows a bunch of them as well. So I don't think so. I don't think I've ever like regretted a plant purchase. I mean, the Anthurium forgetii is like, wow, that was $80 on a plant. Hopefully I don't kill it, you know, that kind of deal. But I've never been like, wow, I regret buying that plant. So no, I have never done that. Number 8. Never have I ever bargained with a plant seller on the sale of a plant. Oh, all the time. I never really do it at garden centers or anything, just because I don't think it's worth the time. If it's a private seller or like a Facebook marketplace seller or whatever, then I will. I don't feel any like issue with it. If they're selling a plant and they want it gone, maybe they'll drop $5 or $10 or whatever, or work out a deal, something like that. And definitely in the vivarium hobby, like with dart frogs and stuff, reptile shows are always open to bargaining. Sometimes they're not, but most of the time they are. So I've definitely, definitely argued the price of some plants, and even gotten some for free. So, you know, it works. Number 9, never have I ever killed a rare plant. Yes, all the time. I got a cutting of some Philodendron verrucosum, and I decided, because it had aerial roots, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to propagate it right off the bat. And as if there's any plant people watching, you know, that's never really a good idea. You should probably establish it first. But 2 of the 3 cuttings that I took just Nope. But the third one is actually growing its new leaf. So I guess it was successful, but I also killed a rare plant. I've killed a lot of rare plants over my time ordering orchids and things like that for my vivariums. I've done some huge orchid orders for vivariums and killed some rare plants, or rare-ish orchids, like $30, $40 orchids that are like this big on like a little tiny piece of bark. So I consider that rare, and yes, I've killed numerous of them. Number 10. Never have I ever traveled over an hour to shop at and visit a plant nursery. That was never my sole purpose of going. I've been out to Toronto multiple times. I'm in Calgary, if it matters. So that's like a 4-hour flight. 3.5, 4-hour flight. And then we drove down to London from the GTA, and that is a couple hours, and we went to a few nurseries down there, but it wasn't like the sole purpose of the trip was to go to a nursery, if that makes sense. So I don't think I have, but technically, I don't know. I was going to do that. There's a place up in Edmonton or St. Albert, I think, that's called the Ecoarium, or the Ecoarium. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he has a ton of rare plants and a ton of terrarium plants. So I was thinking of driving up there, but, you know, with the whole state of the world right now, I was like, is it really worth a 3-hour drive? Probably not, especially if I'm just going to go up there and spend money that I probably shouldn't spend on plants. Number 11, never have I ever bought a plant so large I could barely fit it in my car. Not me personally. I've never bought like a big plant before. I've bought some trees and things, but they fit pretty readily in my current car, so I never really had any issues. But I do know that my parents, when they bought that bird of paradise and stuff like that, there was some sketchy driving scenarios that happened during that transportation. So I'll say yes, I have done it before because I was in the car with them, so it counts, right? I'm almost done this, so great. Never have I ever showered with my plants. Nope. My room is like decently humid and hot, so I don't need to do that. That's just, I wouldn't say it's weird, because it would be kind of cool to have like plants in a bathroom, but I've never actually been like, come here little guy, and like brought a little plant into the shower and taken a shower with it, because that I feel like would be a little weird, especially for not like a crazy plant person, you know? Maybe I'm offending some of you out there, I don't know. Never have I ever went on a no plant buy and it was successful. I don't think I've ever gone on a no plant buy. I mean, obviously I don't know if that means like, oh, from this date to this date, I'm going to buy no plant. Or if it's something along the lines of, I'm going to the garden center, I don't want to buy anything. Because if it's that, I have definitely gone to the garden center with no intentions of buying anything and being like, you know what, I need to save my money, I'm not going to buy. And then I walk out with like 3 plants. Never have I ever gotten a plant for free. I've already answered this earlier. I have definitely gotten a plant for free, so I think you drink for that? I don't know. I get plants for free from some of the vivarium people just for like promotion and because I'm good friends with them, so it's not like I'm sitting there like, I need this plant for free or anything like that. It's just like, hey, I want that plant and this plant and this plant and that plant. And they're like, cool. And I'm like, what's the price? I'm like, don't worry. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's the kind of homie hookup that I need. Number 15. Never have I ever bought a plant as a gift for someone else and then decided to keep it for myself. I don't think I've ever actually bought a plant for somebody else as like a gift. I've definitely bought some as like, hey, you wanted this plant, here you go. I guess that's a gift. But I've never kept them. I'm a good person, okay? Is that true? Well, no, I'm definitely not a good person, but yeah, I don't think I've ever bought one with intentions of giving it to somebody else and then took it for myself. I'm pretty confident of that. I've definitely bought like 2 plants because I want one as well, but I don't think that counts. Number 16, never have I ever sold a plant online. I do it all the time. Like I said, I sell, if you're in Canada and want some plant trimmings and stuff like that, I will have a ton of bromeliads pretty soon. These are more for like dart frog people, but I mean, if you're a houseplant person and you want some bromeliads, let me know. I think I sent out some plants like 2 weeks ago, so Never houseplants though. They're always for vivariums and things. Never have I ever deleted mean or inappropriate comments on YouTube. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, we're almost done. I've been on YouTube for long enough that you get stupid mean comments all the time, or just inaccurate comments. In my case, I get a lot of comments that are suggesting that, you know, whatever animal should be kept this way instead of this way, and I don't tolerate BS, so those comments get deleted for sure. Obviously, I get the comments like, you're fat, you're stupid. It's like, wow, thanks, creative, I appreciate it. Don't get hit by a bus on the way home. What? Yeah, those I always delete. And typically I block those people as well. Those of you that are choosing to watch this probably are kind of the homies of the channel because I'm not a plant channel. So I assume not many people will actually watch this video, but I thought it would be fun and I'm trying to have fun with my YouTube channel right now. Never have I ever bought a plant with the intent of propagating it. Yep, 100% all the time. Well, hopefully I have never done any of the rest of these because I am out. Never have I ever went to a big box store, run and not go into the garden center. There actually definitely has been times where I'm like, I need to get this for a tank, and I just run in, grab some spray foam and run out. So yeah, there has been times where I don't go to the garden center. Also, most of the garden centers here, like at Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff like that, I see your guys' hauls, if you're a plant YouTuber on here, I see your guys' hauls all the time on them, and you guys have some insane plants. I go to Lowe's here and it's like a rare plant is like a prayer plant. It's like, bruh, come on. And last but not least, never have I ever, oh, I should drink to this one, but I don't have any drink left. Never have I ever met some of my followers in person. I definitely have. I have met, I'm not going to say like a ton of them. I have been to Pet Fest last year, so I met a couple there. Every now and then at work, where I used to work at Pisces Pet Emporium, I'd have people be like, oh my god, I watch your channel and stuff like that. So I have definitely met some people, and yeah, it's really cool. If you guys are watching this and you've seen me somewhere and not said anything, why? I'm not going to be offended. Even if I'm with like my family or my girlfriend or whatever, come say hi, it's cool. Unless you're weird about it. In which case, I'm just a normal person, so saying hi is not a big deal. With that being said though, this has been a relatively long video. I didn't realize it would take this long to answer 20 questions, but here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. I'd really like to hear some of your questions, comments, concerns, whatever, in the comments down below. And of course, like I said at the beginning, you can answer these questions in the comments. You can make your own video. You can do whatever you want. I just think it's kind of cool. Dion, I think you have to do this. That's who I'm tagging. Bree, I know you won't even watch this, so that's awesome. Maybe Another World Terraria if you're watching this. I think that, ooh, that's actually a really good one. I'm gonna make sure I DM him on Instagram or something and say, hey, watch the end of the video. Anyways, yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment down below, answering all the questions, doing whatever you do. Let me know if you like this style of video. I think it's something that is kind of interesting, and probably not many people will watch it, but here we are. If you did in fact enjoy this video, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the notification bell right next to it. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. Remember, Tuesdays and Fridays. I had some fun drinking with you all. If you guys would like to do this kind of thing again, I am down. Maybe I'll make my own reptile one. If you guys did make it to the very end of the video, leave your reptile question tag, never have I ever's, in the comments down below, and maybe you'll make it onto my challenge. Anyways, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope to catch you on Friday, and later.